Okay, for research gap and the objective of this article, despite the growing interest in influencer marketing, there is a gap in understanding sustainable fashion social media influencer. The existing literature extensively covers sustainable fashion, thrifting, and general influencer practices. But specific insight into the practices, advertising strategy, and monetization approaches of sustainable social media influencer are lacking. So, for the objective, it's aimed to fill the gap in scholarly literature by investigating the practices of sustainable fashion social media influencer. The objective include understanding how these influencers operate, examining uh, their advertising practices, and exploring their strategy for monetization. The unique content of sustainability add a distinct dimension to influencer research, and the finding could inform both sustainable practices among followers and potential partnership with advertisers. So for the social media influencer and its sustainability, the first key point is influence of social media influencer. Social media influencer, particularly micro influencer, have significant influence over consumer choices and brand perception. They often present themselves as average consumer while promoting product and brand. Second, challenges and criticism of influencer marketing. Influencer marketing is criticized for being perceived as covert advertising, potentially deceiving audience. Legal requirement for influencer to disclose sponsorship aim to address this issue but may not always be effectively implemented. Third, self-branding and attention as commodity. Influencer engage in self-branding to capitalize on their audience attention. Self-branding is considered essential for influencer to market themselves effectively, shaping their image and their community they engage with. Fourth, influencer and sustainability. Social media influencer play a role in influencing sustainable consumer habit. Uh, Research indicate a positive link between social media use, sustainable influencer persuasion, and sustainable purchase intention. Fifth, authenticity as a key value. Influencer ability to influence is strengthened when the audience admire them and perceive their action as authentic. Authenticity, both brand and perceived, is crucial for building trust with followers. Finally, financial challenges for influencer. While becoming a social media influencer is often realized, financial success is challenging. Many influencers engage in aspirational labor with the hope of future upward mobility, but the reality involves flexible and precarious work.
I will be explaining about the theoretical framework. So this research uses symbolic interactionism and also government's 1959 conformativity theory to analyze the performative practices of sustainable social media influencers to understand their monetization strategies. So we go to first theory, which is by symbolic interactionism, which has been applied to analyze the influencers' use of social media to authentically portray or present themselves while engaging the influencer marketing. For example, like if the influencers are like doing video about fashion, about what they did, what fashion did they use, so they have to present themselves or portray themselves while engaging the marketing. So that is this framework also leads to an understanding of how influencers presents, like I said, portray or presents themselves on social media. So that is the first theory, which is the symbolic interactionism. So moving on to the government's theory, which is by backstage and also front stage strategies, is applicable to these influencers and the formats they engage on online yes. So this influences their identity is very fluid, as their interaction with their followers and also advertisers create pressures and also engage their front stage, but limiting their backstage while on their platform. So this second theoretical framework is presenting the unique ways of how fashion social media influencers engage with creating identity, and how the interaction with others by their long-lived experience. Also, how could they influence the followers and also advertisers in making decisions, and also following the contents and also purpose. So that is for the framework, for the two framework, theoretical framework. So yeah, so that is. Thank you. I will be explaining about the sustainable fashion. So according to Hanega Alivizu Rosso in 2016, this sustainable fashion refers to a clothing production that apply or practices the human and environmental rights. It's also protecting workers and provide the fair compensation. So also must values the circular economy and also reduce the negative impact of consumption in order to create this positive social impact. So moving on to the next point, which is sustainable fashion is situated by the circular economy, which refers to the managing consumption cycle through sources, design, manufacturing, and also consumer usage, with significantly following to the global economic. So the terms of sustainable fashion itself is often interchangeably with slow fashion and with opposite of fast fashion, which is fast fashion production that tends to produce high speed, sold at cheap price point, pushing consumerism, and also involving the cheap materials, and also involving cheap materials. So that is fast fashion in sustainable fashion. So according to the fast fashion dominance, this could affect the consumers who very supportive in sustainable fashion, comes to an awareness of consumers about the sustainability issues. So how could this consumers could engage in sustainable fashion? They have many ways. So first of all is upcycling, which is creating new items, creating new items that is better quality of an item. At the same time, put some value, or put a value on the item. That is the upcycling. So next is repurposing, same as upcycling, which creating new item or better quality items. But the difference between upcycling and also repurposing is, for repurposing, there's no value in the item. They are not putting the value to an item. So that is repurposing. And also next one is thrifting, which the purchase of you are buying the second-hand item. So that is that is for thrifting. The last one is newly produced sustainable shopping, which you buy a new product, a new is better product. in local businesses as well as large corporation in order to create a sustainable line. So that is how the sustainable fashion between the creators or fashionista and also the consumers. So that's how it goes on. So that's it. Thank you.
For the next key point, thrifting influencers. Thrifting influencers are content creators in social media that has influence from their followers, mainly sharing their thrifted fashion. Besides that, they emphasizes the affordability of thrifting clothes and the positive environmental impacts while showcasing fashion styles of the thrifted goods. Thrifting or shopping for a second hand is an efficient way to reduce waste due to the clothing that has been thrown away being recycled. Reducing waste can help saving the environment as the carbon footprint decreases. Other than that, thrifting goods can save up our money as they have lower price. These items are often up to sale, attracting the thrifting community and society who are on a budget. Thrifting influencers, on the other hand, have been prioritizing sustainability, which refer to the ability to maintain or support a process continuously over time. Meanwhile, in this context, thrifting sustainable contribute to reducing carbon footprint. Next, the content creation calibration. The term defined as the process through which social media influencers adjust their material to take their ethics and desire for payment into consideration. This was due to content creators prioritize the environment over profit. Sustainable fashion social media influencers experience struggles of combining sustainability and influencer advertising as they had to decide which brand partnerships are ethical.
I'm going to talk about sustainability influencer income challenges. Being a sustainability influencer isn't always a walk in the park. They are committed to a cause, and that's more than just a job for them. They try their best to keep things real. You won't catch them doing a usual influencer stuff like advertiser because, let's face it, sometimes they don't align with our sustainability goals, but they still need to pay a bills. Social media is a great tool, but it's not a one-stop shop for making a living. Everyone talking about sustainability these days, but not many brands are truly walking the walk. This makes teaming up with a brand a bit tricky for them. Their challenge is finding ways to make money without compromising their values, so they can get creative and selling sustainable products, flipping thrifted items, and so on. It's not just about the money, it's about staying true to what they believe in. Take Mary for example. She's all about creating her own merchandise line to make a living while keeping it clean. It's not just a business, it's a way to her to stick to her sustainability goals. In a nutshell, we are not just avoiding things, we are actively creating a better way to keep leading the charge, inspiring change, and building a world where sustainability isn't a just buzzword but way of life. As we conclude our discussion, we have identified three key concepts in this space. This has led us to three distinct types of influencer. First, the sustainable lifestyle influencers are flexibility to create content on the various topics, yet they struggle with finding right balance between sustainable and non-sustainable content. Secondly, sustainability influencers face the challenge of strong commitment of sustainability, limiting their partnership to only sustainable brands. To overcome this, they get innovative, creating their own products as a strategic move to avoid typical influencers brand partnership. Lastly, thrifting influencers operate a niche market, facing extreme limitation in the partnership opportunities. Some of a partnership, while others creating a solution like developing their own item to sell. Our talk today has giving us a peek into a complicated world of sustainability in the influencers marketing. Yes, there are challenges, but they also bring a chance for influencers to be a leader in the making our future more sustainable. Big shout out to these influencers. Let's chase them by their commitment to be real and their love for sustainability as they tackle the twists and turns of this journey. Let's give it a thumbs up and some of encouragement. I think that's all. Thank you.